We are back, and we know you've missed us here on the Whatever Buddy podcast. It was only a vacation as we prep for season 2. That's right, today is the start of a new season. On this episode, Ryan and Jonny are back at each other, bickering like the little bitches that they are. Bad guys playing guitar. Luke's father? Maybe. We shall see. And later, again where we wish there were glaciers, Sweden, we are joined by guest Dan Lindeberg, photographer, friend, and all-around good dude. So sit back on your favorite IKEA chair, start the fireplace, snort some vodka, and get ready for the show. So with no further ado, your favorite host, Ryan and the other guy.
I was laying in bed last night, and the most hilarious idea pops into my head. So I says to myself, Self, all right, I'm comfortable. I don't want to get out of bed, but I don't want to forget this idea. So I go into my next room over, which is a studio. Got more than one room. Whole place is mine. And I write my idea down. And I go to bed. I wake up today. I go and I come to my desk here and I have an idea written down. And let me read to you what it says. This was hilarious to me. Enough that I didn't want to forget it. I got out of bed and I wrote this down because I thought this is going to be great for the podcast. It says, Billy Gibbons goes out. He's dressed down. He looks like a grandma. No one recognizes him.
Yeah?
Why did I think that was such a good idea?
Is that true?
No, I just had this idea of like, okay, well, he's sort of in costume just by what he looks like. So I wonder if he ever goes out, like takes the hat off, takes the sunglasses off, tucks the beard in, and just is like a dude that no one recognizes.
That is great segue to hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Whatever Buddy podcast. You guys are going to experience history today. History of the last episode of season 1. We have made it through 25 episodes of season 1.
You can call it whatever you want. I am still not on board with this season thing. We're just going to number the episodes. If you want to call it that, we could do that. I don't mind doing that. I just don't know how it does. Like, it's a podcast. What is a season? How do we define those?
It's real easy. You take a couple of weeks off.
By the way, I'm not arguing with you. I just don't know how I feel about seasons versus just count them, put them out there. Who cares, right? Or is that?
Well, I mean, if you click on our shit, right? Let's just click on it. It says episode 24. Where's this? Where's the fucking front of this bullshit?
We're currently recording 25, my friend.
Where does it say? It says that we had to put a season somewhere.
Dude,
it says it at the very top. Look at the very top. Look at the very top. It says season 1. Look, I'll share my screen with you. Season 1. You see that? Right there.
Mm-hmm. Also, it says bollicles.
Yeah, but
that might be my favorite title.
The point is, I like the idea because then it's like we can take time off and not have to be like, oh, they missed a week or something.
Yeah, give it a little,
design
in a little bit of break time, a little bit of mental wellness, a little bit of mental repair.
I mean, I just think it shows the progress. You know what I mean? It's like if everything's season 1, when, it's like when there's a TV show, they don't have Friends season 1, episode 550. It might be episode 550, but it's season 5.
I don't mean to disagree with you. I'm just call it devil's advocate, but wouldn't it be
we can
kind
still
of
number
cool
it the same?
Wouldn't it be cool to see season 1, episode 1000?
Yeah, but what's the difference if it says season 10, episode 1000?
Yeah. It makes no difference at all.
I don't want to change
Zero
the numbering.
difference.
Right. I don't want to change the numbering. Like I want episode 1 of season 2 to be episode 26 still. I just want to have it so people be like, okay, well, you know what? I want to start on season 2 because that's their latest stuff.
Let's agree on this compromise. Well, I'll keep plugging away on this is 25 and the next one's 26, and we're just gonna count it like that. That's how I'm gonna count it, and then you can call it Whatever season.
So for everybody listening, I want to say we started off this whole podcast with a very similar tone of just, not getting along, not seeing eye to eye. It is what it is. It is season 2 to me. It's season 1 to him. Either way, I will refer to it as season 2 because it will now be the fresh start of the next batch of episodes for season 2. And then there'll be season 3. And season 3 will start with episode 51. And season 4 will start with episode 76.
Oh, you've thought about this.
Yeah. So the start of season 5 will be episode 101.
101. We'll be in our 5th season. Crazy.
By the time we're at our 5th season, we might actually have 7 unique listeners. It's possible.
I'm going to cut that out.
Possible.
I'm going to cut that out.
Why?
What did you think about the Billy Gibbons idea? Is that funny? Him walking around unrecognizable because he doesn't have sunglasses and a hat on?
I find no humor in it whatsoever.
I laughed out loud to myself last night. And right now, the same idea that made me laugh out loud to myself, I'm sitting here going like, you idiot. Not you, me.
Listen, I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah, your silence is deafening.
Dude, I had tooth surgery yesterday. I had a surgical procedure done. Well, I want to give a little bit of history here for some of those who don't know my hatred towards the dentist. I'm sure everybody does. That's not a fucking new thing. Who likes going to the dentist? I went to go get an implant because I had a root canal done a few years back, and I was flossing, and I was using those plastic floss. Like they got the little piece of floss like on this like plastic piece that also has like a toothpick
the little,
on the one end of it.
Looks like a little hatchet or whatever.
Fucking don't use those fucking things, dude. This is how this whole situation started. I'm fucking flossing with one of those. It got stuck under my cap that I had from my root canal, and I pulled on it to get it out, and I ripped the cap right out of my mouth. By doing so, I ripped half the post.
The cap doesn't go into your gum. It just like it got underneath it.
Well, I think my gum just might have receded a little or something.
Right.
And so I pulled the cap off, but by pulling the cap off, it wasn't a straight pull. I broke the actual post off on it too. So they had to pull the post, and my only option was either have a hole in my mouth, which is currently what sits there, or get an implant done. So I'm like, yeah, I'll get the implant done. So I go to get the implant done. It turns out that they pulled the remainder of the post and stuff out, and they should have probably let it heal for 6 months. But they didn't. They thought, well, while we're there, why don't we just try doing the implant? They put the implant in. My body rejected it. It was the worst, most painful 2 weeks of my life. My dentist did not understand why this was so painful. She almost was
so
like,
they tried to clarify. They tried to put a new cap in the old post.
No, they tried to put a full-fledged... When you get an implant, what they do is they fucking drill a hole in your bone. They screw a screw into your bone. Then they seal you up. And when they seal you up, 6 months later, after it's healed, they go in there, and where that screw is in the bone, they screw a fucking fake tooth on in there.
Right.
So...
And so they tried to put that screw in too soon after
the screw, right, exactly. The post wasn't in my bone. The post was just in there, in my gums. They pulled the post out. I had, obviously there was some kind of wound. They should have let the wound heal instead. Instead, they fucking went and drilled into my bone, and I remember it being the most painful experience. So when this all went to shit, my body rejected it. I had to let my body heal for 6 months, and I had to go back yesterday to get it done again. Can I tell you, I had to have my doctor prescribe me Valium. I was so stressed out. I had such PTSD from this bullshit.
For
that
yesterday?
When I went there, I was for going into yesterday, because the last experience was seriously, dude, the most pain I've experienced in any facet of my life, physical pain that I have felt in years and years and years. It was ungodly. There had to be something bad going on there.
Tooth pain's a different level, dude. That's like nerves.
Yeah, and this was jaw pain and everything because they drilled into my bone. They didn't seal it up, so it was like an open fucking wound. It was like terrible.
Oh, so did you get like dry socket?
It was, it was the worst. The whole fucking, my body pushed.
You're a smoker.
My body the thing they put in my bone, my body's like, fuck you, it's out of here, and pushed it out. I went back to the dentist with it in my in a little baggie, and they're like, oh, now I understand why you were in so much pain. It's like, what, you didn't fucking believe me when I was in fucking pain? It's like unfucking-believable. So then I had to go back, and when I went back to do it yesterday, I had a lot of stress going into it. Like, oh my God, is this going to be the same thing? Makes sense. The process was painful. Now it turns out the process was probably just painful because they were working in an open wound. They should have let the fucking wound heal before they start digging into my bone. Anyway, to make a long story short, I feel great today, and it's fine, and it wasn't bad at all, and we're all stitched up, and 6 months from now, they'll screw a nice new tooth in there.
I feel like if your tooth falls out with flossing on it, that was going to happen eventually, regardless.
Well, what I did was stupid. It doesn't happen with regular floss because regular floss, you don't get it under. I got it like under the tooth, and I didn't realize it was under the tooth. I just thought it was stuck between my teeth. So I pulled on it, and I yanked the whole thing off. I was like, what the fuck? And then I thought I was going in, and it was going to be a $900 thing just to get a new cap and post. She's like, "No, you broke the post in half. At this point, you got to get an implant. That's going to be $2,500." So then I was paying it for 6 months because I put on my credit card, and I've been paying it off for the last 6 months, and I still hadn't got the procedure done. So I started feeling very uncomfortable. Like I'm paying off this $2,500 bill and had absolutely nothing done. I was like, "Oh my God." Yeah. So now she made good. She's a great dentist. She made good, and she did a good job. Was it the same one?
Was it the same one that did it yesterday that messed it up?
Yeah. She felt bad when it went down, and I could tell that my anxiety when I went in yesterday was giving her anxiety because I think I think the reality of it is I think if I was to be honest, I bet you she was worried that I was going to sue her or something if it didn't get done right, and I think she went into it with a lot of anxiety.
Well, I mean, you weren't injured.
Listen, I wouldn't have sued her. I wouldn't have sued her, but if it didn't go right, I would have made sure I got my fucking money back.
Got your money back at the minimum. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I've had one procedure done in the history of my dentistry.
No cavities?
I have 0 cavities.
That's amazing. How do you do that when you eat so much ice cream?
Well, I mean, I brush my teeth. I don't know. I think maybe genetically I have good teeth because I don't think my dad has any cavities either. But when I was 8 years old, I was running and I tripped and I hit my face off the kitchen floor and I chipped my front tooth. And ever since then, the only thing I've ever had done on my mouth was just had the front tooth chip fixed.
I had something very fucking crazy happen to me when I was 8 years old. When I was 8 years old, I want to point something out. You notice, I'll even take my glasses off for this. I need props. Do you notice that I got 2 eyeballs? 2 balls in my face, right? You see?
I don't think you had to take the glasses off for that, but yeah.
Okay, so my props work. Okay. Mm-hmm. I almost lost one of those eyeballs when I was 8 years old. You know when you go into, say, either a basketball court that's fenced off, or in this case, it was a tennis court that was, enclosed by fence, and that the fencing, the chain link fence, the fencing door has that weird metal latch to lock it. Okay.
It's a little like...
So, yeah. I opened, and I pulled the door and started to walk through it, not knowing that the top of that metal fucking the fence door was chained to the fucking fence. So it was like a slingshot. So when I opened up the door, and I let go of it, started walking okay, here's the door. Okay?
It's a door.
You got the latch. The door opens. The top of the door, for whatever reason, was chained to the chain link fence. Mm-hmm. But I pulled it hard enough to walk through it, and as I walked through it, I let go, and it smacked back into my face. And the thing that hit my face was the fucking little hook, the little corner hook. Hit me right here. I have a scar. You can see it.
Believe you.
Right, when I went to the doctor, he said, "You 1 centimeter more, you lose that eyeball."
Yikes! That's crazy.
I opened it and was walking through, and it smacked me in the face. And because I was only 8 years old, I was only the height of where the fucking latch was. Yeah. So the latch, the fucking corner of the latch hit me right there. And I didn't even realize it was blood. I thought I was just crying. I thought it was tears. And then I went like this, and I was like, oh my God. And they rushed me to the fucking hospital, and they were fucking like, dude, you are so lucky you didn't lose your eye.
You've had 2 close calls with that right eyeball.
What was the other one?
The second one, the drumstick hit you in the nose and stuck in your nose. That was another centimeter away from
it was also,
hitting that
and it was
eyeball.
also, and it was, same side.
Same eye. Watch that eyeball, buddy. Watch that eyeball.
I wonder if that's my stronger eye or weaker eye.
You know how to tell?
How?
Point to something, like point at your microphone, and then close your left eye, and then point at your microphone and close your right eye. And if your finger moves, does it move whenever you have your left eye open? That means you're right eye dominant.
Okay, when I do it with my right eye, it's like this. And when I look at my left eye, it looks like it's further over.
That means you're right eye dominant.
Does that correlate with anything with being right-handed?
Nope. No. Doesn't. Because I know people that are right-handed that are left eye dominant.
And how do you get into a conversation with somebody about how eye dominant they are? How's that happen?
Buddy, I can talk to anybody about anything. Just throw a topic at me.
Well, I just did. How did you get on the topic of learning about right eye dominant, left eye dominant? When you're sitting there engaging in conversation with somebody, and you're like, dude, so I went and I saw the Steelers play last week. Oh, bro,
how did I learn that fact about pointing
No, bro. How do you bring this up in conversation? Like, yo, bro, man, pass me the chips. Hey, are you right eye dominant or left eye dominant? Like, how the fuck does that come up in conversation?
I had a girlfriend that was right-handed, left eye dominant. The conversation got brought up because we were talking about archery, as you do. In a relationship, you talk about shooting bows and arrows. And said person was right-handed, but left-eye dominant, which meant that she shot a bow and arrow lefty. And my only way to relate to that was I'm right-handed, but I ride a skateboard like I'm left-handed. Right foot forward.
You watch, what do they call that? Goofy foot.
Goofy. It's called Goofy.
So you're right-handed but skateboard goofy.
Yeah.
That's so weird. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
There's right-handed drummers that I've seen that play left-handed style too, but not.
I feel like I would play drums left-handed.
They don't. Hold on. Not left-handed. Like they set the drum set up backwards. They'll set it up the same way I have it set up, but instead of playing like the hi-hat with their hand crossed over, they'll play it just with their left hand. Like this. And they play everything lefty. Yeah.
I feel like I would do that. I feel like that's how I would. Of course,
why?
That feels like it would be the most comfortable. Also, I'm probably the worst drummer on the planet. I've never played drums, but I feel like that would be the most comfortable.
Okay, that's a good segue into something. Let me ask you something. Mm-hmm. On a serious note, you can't play drums. Okay, so that means you don't probably have good tempo. But that's not just you. That's all guitar players.
Let's not make me out to be a bad person here. You know,
I'm not making it out to be a bad person. I'm trying to figure out, why do all guitar players speed up?
They don't.
I find
Listen
that they
to
play
the Rolling
faster.
Stones.
I'm not listening to recordings and going by that. I'm talking about people I've played with, guitar players I've played with my entire life as a drummer, playing to a click for many years now. The one common, actually, no, they also drag too. Why do guitar players but I find that they speed up more than they drag. Why is it that guitar players' tempos are never really the best in the band? And this isn't a jab. I'm being dead serious. This is not a jab.
I don't take it as a jab because, like, I can be objective of myself, and I know that my timing could be improved upon.
Not just yours, dude. Every guitar player I ever played with, except for maybe Chad.
The guitar's not a rigid instrument. You're playing it with feeling. Songs speed up and slow down, and I'm not perfect.
So ultimately, is this gaslighting me by telling me it's the drummer's fault?
I'm not gaslighting you. I'm not saying it's your fault.
My point is this. If you're telling me that you're tapping your foot and you can't stay in time because the guitar player is not a rhythmic instrument, that's what my job is there for, is to keep you in fucking time. So you're basically saying I don't stay in time because you're not keeping me in time. How about them apples?
It's human error.
Listen,
you expect me to be a robot computer and play
Listen. If you watch any one of my live footages where I'm not playing yet and the guitar player's leading off, guitar player's leading off, or it's a part in the middle of the song, you'll notice at some point, whatever band it is you find that footage in, you'll hear me go to the ride cymbal and start clicking the bell.
Yeah.
For one reason only. One reason only is to get that guitar player, whether they're slowing down or fucking speeding up, they're off.
So let me ask you, Johnny Answers.
Every guitar player does it.
Let me ask you, Johnny Answers, why is it then?
You want to know why? I have a great answer. You might not like it.
Why is it that, as you said, the majority of guitar players are off
Not
time?
majority, almost all of them.
Okay.
All right.
Why?
You ready?
Johnny Answers. What you got?
They're so self-absorbed, they're not even paying attention to the drummer. That's why.
That's just wrong.
Oh, that was great. No, that's so right, though. Now that I think about it, it's probably
What was that
right.
noise? What was that noise? That was your own celebration.
Oh, that's me. Wow. Gotcha. Egg on your face, bitches.
Egg on my face because you think I'm a narcissist.
Not you. You're taking this way too personal. You chose
You
that
just
instrument,
said
not
every
me.
guitar player. You just said every guitar player that you know is off time, and you came back with because they're narcissists.
No. Self-absorbed. There's a difference.
All right, cool. No, so you think I'm a narcissist? You think I'm a narcissist, and that's fine. And on that topic,
I don't think you're
I'm
a
going to bring up.
narcissist. I don't think
I'm going to bring up. I'm going to bring up another guitar topic.
Use, bud.
I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but basically, you think I'm a narcissist, and I don't care about other people. But since I'm a guitar player, I found something.
That's not it at all, yo, bro.
It's
you're
pretty
so
close.
Way
I mean, I'm
off
paraphrasing.
Of it. No, it's not You're paraphrasing your own dialogue. The reality.
Well, I mean, potato.
You're thinking about how great you are at the time. You're just not paying attention to others. It doesn't make you narcissistic.
I really don't think
of
myself like that. So, I don't think of myself. I just think like I hope I don't mess up too much, and I hope my friends like me. And now I know that one of them thinks I'm a narcissist. You know, it's all good, dude. It's fine. I'll get over it.
We can move past it. What was this other guitar thing you wanted to bring up?
I was just going to say on the whole topic of me being a narcissist guitar player, I found this thing, and I need your help. Okay, jokes aside, I need your help on this because I don't know if I love this.
Jokes aside, that was a fucking amazing segue because I forgot we were going to talk about that, and when I brought up this guitar player shit, that was not intentional segue.
Well, I don't mean to sound narcissistic, but I'm pretty much a professional. I'm professional, you know? I mean, this ain't my first podcast. We're about to be in season 2. So anyways, like, all right. Hey, caffeine, calm down. I need you to help me decide. I need you to help me determine if I like this or if I hate this because I equal parts both, and I need to know what you think because my brother sent me this video. It's Darth Vader playing bass on the street.
All right, so what is it? What are we debating here? What is the debate? What is your debate here? What's the problem? I personally think that's fucking awesome.
Initially, I watched it and I was like, this is cool. Sounds pretty decent. It's a fun Rage Against the Machine song. Guys dressed like Darth Vader. It's all kinds of entertaining. I get it. And then I'm thinking like, well, dude, like, why don't I just go put a Chewie outfit on and go play a song I didn't write on the street and people give me money for being completely unoriginal?
Okay, so what you think it's like fucked up that he's doing that?
No, it's entertaining, but this is why I can't decide on one. It's like it's entertaining. I like watching it. It's fun.
Let me ask you,
on the flip side, that guy's
questions.
making money off of nothing he created.
Okay, how is that any different from a cover band? How is that any different from Motley Crue putting Jailhouse Rock on their Girls album? When it comes down to it, I respect the guy for being like, okay, how many street performers are, and how do I get somebody to give me money? I don't understand why it would annoy you. Why would it?
It didn't really annoy me. I just didn't fully grasp my true feeling about it. Because here, so that same page, it's this Instagram page, Guitars Daily Instagram page. They have this video. I had a similar reaction to this. Like, just watch the video. Also, they're good videos. They're talented people. I'm not saying none of this sucks to me. I'm just saying, like, just watch. Tell me what you think about this.
Well, Comfortably Numb's one of my favorite tunes ever.
Yeah, it's a awesome song.
Now,
so now the people that were just listening to
that.
that and not watching that, it's a very attractive young lady with a very nice looking dress on, playing Comfortably Numb solo pretty well, very well. Playing it sounds great, looks good. I had the same reaction though. It's like, am I watching this because it's good, or am I watching this because she's wearing a dress and she's pretty? It doesn't matter. I'm making an issue.
Well, I don't know if you're making an issue. It's amazing how you talk yourself in circles before you even have a chance to retort.
Listen, Confucius, just tell me what you think.
I think that it's put up there, a girl playing it, so you will look at it, yes. I do not think it takes away from the fact that she's kicking ass on it. However, this is a can of worms we could or could not open up, but...
So, if I record that video, but it's me sitting here in my white t-shirt playing that song, do you think it gets posted?
No.
We should try this, right? I'm going to do that.
No, but listen, if you're going to do it in a way where there's an entertainment value. Okay, yes.
Dress up like
she's
Chewbacca?
A female. Maybe, or get up there and fucking do it in a fucking Speedo with fucking a unicorn horn on or some shit.
Can't give that away for free, bud.
But listen, if you did that and you asked me the same question saying that you were dressed up like that, then I would say, you know what? I bet you there's probably a good chance you would. I think what you're going at is, are you asking me, is that posted just because she's a good-looking girl? The answer is a two-part answer. Yes, she is. The other part is, I don't think it's solely because it's a girl. I think it's just something different than somebody just playing in a white T-shirt, Comfortably Numb.
As soon as I get a free day, I'll be sending you a video.
Dude, do the Speedo idea. I bet you fucking get on there. Ladies and gentlemen, world-renowned glacier photographer, all the way from Sweden, Dan Lindeberg.
There we go. What's up, Dan?
Not much, really. Just talking to you guys. Yeah, I'm dying of old age over here, you know, Johnny.
Hey, so are we all, my friend.
Hold on. Did he just say I'm dying of old age over here? You know what I mean? Johnny? But did you follow that with, you know what I mean? Johnny?
Yeah.
That's what I thought he said.
Well, he's not going to say Ryan.
He's calling me old. All right. I'm out of here. You guys have fun with this.
He's not going to go. He's not going to go, you know what I mean, Ryan?
Hey, Ryan Harris, why don't you explain to the people who Mr. Dan here is?
Fantastic idea. Dan is a longtime friend of Johnny's and myself and our band Warner Drive. Dan is a photographer from the lovely land of Sweden. We're going back over to Scandinavia today.
To Glacier Land. Glacier
We're
Land.
back on
home of the glaciers, Sweden.
Me and the snow bears, or polar bears. So good.
Surfing on glaciers. And if I'm being honest, I don't remember when I met Dan. Because it's cliche. It just feels like I've always known you. I've never not known you.
Hey, let me take a wild guess. I'm going to guess Heldorado because I saw pictures of Heldorado on his Instagram, and that is like the furthest. That goes back to the very first Warner Drive tour. So if it wasn't Heldorado, it had to be one of the shows before Heldorado, but it was definitely in 2012. And I'm going to venture to say Heldorado, personally.
It is, actually. It's the underwear.
Oh, pulls that one out of his ass. Look at that.
Yep,
that was a loud noise. That was a loud noise you just produced.
Sorry, guys. I got excited. Okay, was that the first year Heldorado happened? And when was the last year? Because I know that it hasn't happened.
Only have 2 years, I guess.
Yeah, it happened the
Okay.
year after that, and then it was done.
Yeah, I wasn't there the second year.
Well, so that was where you met us. What was let's get into the story of Mr. Lindeberg here. You're a photographer. You've been so for a long time, I'm assuming, because you're fantastic at it. What got you into live concert photography?
I've been taking pictures of bands on and off throughout the years, but in 2011 I went to Sweden Rock with my daughter.
Cool.
I brought the camera and I got really hooked with taking pictures of the shows.
What gets you from a spectator taking photos to like the guy in the photo pit?
I'm not the guy in the photo pit most of the time. I'm actually the guy being annoying in the crowd, pointing the camera at people. I think that actually the pictures get better that way.
We had a couple weeks back. We had Ian Gulcher on.
A couple of weeks back, meaning like 14 weeks ago.
I'm just trying to cut out the long and unnecessary details. But that brings me to a point that he talked about going back into the crowd and taking some photos, and it just made me think like that gives me an opportunity to relive something that I never would be able to, or likely not even remember.
Do you seek out a shot? Well, like
once in a while, yeah. Once in a while. If I've seen a band a few times, I can actually predict the shots. So
because you know the moves they're gonna do and all that other stuff. I think being in a band when you go on tour, after a while, when you do it long enough, you fall into patterns, and these patterns are just kind of like what makes everybody's lives easier. Would you say, because you've seen lots of bands, you've taken a lot of pictures of bands, do a lot of bands do that, or are we a band that's doing that, and we might want to take a step back and be like, you know, guys, maybe we should change this shit up a little bit?
No, actually, most band does. Yeah, especially if it's during the same tour. Then there is a choreography that you have set more or less. You know, the songs will go in a different order or set stuff like that. So from that point of view, I can say that seeing one show 1 year and then 3 years later, you actually can predict some of the stuff. Not all, but there are some elements. That's actually repeating
I think the only
itself.
thing that we change, really, the only thing we change is if 3 years go by, we probably made a new record. So what we'll do is we'll take one song out and put it in the same exact spot of the song that we just replaced with a new one. And
yeah. You have the first record.
Look how uncomfortable Ryan looks right now. It's like, I don't know what to make of this. These guys are just like ragging on our stage show. I don't know what. Johnny's jumping on in with them and just going to town.
Hey, buddy. You know what this is right now? This is my along for the ride look. Okay, like we got guests popping in. We have theories. It's all good. It's all good, dude. We're here, episode 25, having a good time. I got my coffee. My Kiss thermos is making its second appearance on the podcast.
My free 7-Eleven publicity right there.
Hashtag 7-Eleven sponsorship.
And I got a glass of water. You know.
There we go. There we go.
Hey, Ryan. Do me a favor. Will you tell the people out there who he's for taking photographs of? Because he's got a pretty fucking nice list. He sits here and tries to downplay that he doesn't take pictures and shit. Why don't you tell him who he's got pictures of?
Well, I wrote down a little list of Alice Cooper, Billy Idol, ZZ Top, Aerosmith, Kiss, Ozzy Osbourne, The Darkness, Hardcore Superstar, Swedish band, we love them, Rob Zombie, Danko Jones, In This Moment, Motley Crue. Am I leaving any out? That
list is pretty damn impressive, Dan.
Well, that's the beauty of actually taking a picture of a festival. You can actually get to most of the bands.
Have you gotten to the level of getting into the photo pit?
Yeah, once in a while.
So what's the deal? What's the deal with the photo pit rules? Are you given 3 songs? Is that like a set thing that you're expected to understand, or is it?
And why is that?
Venues?
Yeah, I think so, because I wasn't told about it when I started to take pictures. I just, talked to the other photographers and found out, you got to leave after 3 photos, 3 songs. But, well, those songs are the ones that's basically the most boring ones, because you are so aware of what's happening in front of you. You haven't let go yet of everything. So the pictures when you get out of the photo pit, is the ones that usually gets the best one. But those are the hardest to get as well, because then it's a crowd that you need to be.
Dan, I was telling Johnny about when I moved into this house. You can't see it, but there's a wall here with like photos, and I had a bunch of live photos. I go to Kinko's to get them printed out, and the guy at Kinko's goes, "Do you know Dan Lindeberg?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because your name was on the bottom of one of the photos. Yeah. He's like, "Well, I can't print this until he gives me permission to do so." And I was like, "Okay, like." I understand it. I get it. He doesn't want to illegally copy something that like somebody doesn't have the rights to, and that's fine. But it was the first time that something like that had happened to me. So I'm in Kinko's. You're in Sweden. I'm in America. So you're 6 hours ahead of me, and I'm like texting you like, can I use this photo? And you're like, yeah, of course you can. And the guy in Kinko's is like, I need Dan to write back like, this is my name, and I give him permission to do this and that. It's like, it's funny.
Yeah, and actually the first time I've been experienced it as well, because didn't I send you the ones without my name on it as well?
You sent me those and said print these instead, but it just is, I don't know. Maybe my rambling thought was I don't feel like I knew you that well at the time, but you were still like, no problem, man. Here you go. You know.
No, well, if anybody wants to use my pictures, just ask. That's more or less the core issue of my
okay. Thing. You know, that leads me to something, and I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to cause any problems. But okay, so you and both the Gulch and my buddy Will, if there's ever pictures that I like and I hit you guys up, you guys are like, yeah, use them, you know, and it's great. I mean, I ended up using one of Gulch's pictures from, you know, it's used on my, you know, the Peisty symbol page for my artist profile, you know, and I would pay for them. There's no question about it. So when I make this next comment, I don't want to sound like I'm a fucking an ingrateful or anything, but I hit up this one person after a shot somewhere on that side of the world, and this person was real adamant on like, you got to pay me this amount of money to use this picture. And it was somebody who, like, this person takes pictures, then I seen their pictures around, but like, it's not like we're talking about Mark Weiss or fucking, you know, one of those dudes who was taking pictures of everybody. The point I'm making is I felt like it was a little like standoffish and stuff. So what's your views on that?
But I mean, it's an interesting point that like some people are easygoing and other people are very strict about their art, and
people should get paid for their art. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but if the artist on the picture wants to use the picture, I don't see a reason why I shouldn't let him or her actually use it, because in the end it's an advertising for me as well.
See, that's what I'm
names on it.
Yeah, exactly. I actually, talking about the page drum Ian picture, I was did a photo shoot on a local band, Live Thief Bandit. I think you shared. They were.
Yeah, we know those guys.
Yeah. Martin works with them. I think Martin's done stuff.
Yeah, he does. It's once in a while.
Cool band.
So I did a shoot for them while they were doing a music video, and the guitar player and singer was standing in front of an Orange amplifier, and Orange saw that and made him an ambassador for Orange.
Nice.
Due to my picture. So my picture is there, and for me, that's an honor to actually have the picture used in a public setting. I got a question for you guys, actually, concerning the photographs. What's your favorite, color or black and white?
That's a good question. I would have to say, if I had to probably go overall, I'd probably say black and white, because they always seem to be ones that just always look really cool. But when you can get a really cool color shot, especially on the stage where you get like the accents of the lights and stuff like that, where you see the different lights, and if you could actually get beams, which happens sometimes, I like color. But I'd probably prefer black and white.
Yeah, I think I might say color. I don't know. I like them both. I can't pick one.
Well, I'm a fan of black and white mostly. But
why?
It's such as I think it's more dramatic. It's more punchy. Yeah. But when you get the color picture that is actually really good, you can't top it.
I will say I like the texture of black and white. Like you kind of can get the grunginess. It sort of looks more vintage. I do like that. Here, let me share. This is what I'm talking about. I'll share it.
Well,
It's one of my favorite photos. That's my favorite black and white photo that Dan took. I just think it's like you said earlier, whenever you're given access to the photo pit for the first 3 songs, that's whenever people aren't acting completely natural, and then like later on in the show, like you're sharing a drink and you catch
where
it,
is
you know
that?
What I mean?
That's Helge.
Okay.
It's Helge Festival, but it has that
Pretty
grunginess. Cool. I like that photo a lot.
Yeah, basically the grunginess is due to bad lighting. Basically, yeah. So the black and whites are more forgiving. You can actually get a picture of a more murky setting that way.
So pull up the photo you said was your favorite.
I will. Give me a second. Here we go.
There you go. There you go.
Well, that's Ghost.
Can you see it?
Yeah, is that a real picture?
Ghost.
You took that picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
How
a
the
great
fuck
one.
do you take that picture? That looks like a fucking done in a studio. Is that a live shot?
It's a live shot from Sweden Rock.
That's insane.
This is the
There
same
you go.
picture. No, it's another picture actually. More the picture, the frame before the other one.
Yeah, black and white.
Yeah, but this is one of those that I like more in color actually.
One last photo dump question. I want to know, because one of Jonny and my favorite bands is Royal Republic, and you have this photo of them, and I want to know, did that gentleman catch that guitar?
He did.
Nice.
Now there's something
if
I
you
was saying to
actually-
Ryan. They do it every show, and I've seen them do that. Have you ever seen them drop the guitar?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't. Actually, Adam answered. I posted this one not so long ago, actually, and Adam
It's a great photo.
answered that it did survive. I think I have like 4 or 5 pictures of it through the air. You know.
That's a type of thing that if you drop it, you probably lose your job.
Yeah, and then somebody would have it on camera. So
Speaking of
there's
dropping and losing jobs, so the new Kiss tour, the guys in Kiss, they come down on fucking lighting trestles, right? Well, I found one where the guy fucking totally fucked up Gene's, and it went like this, and Gene started like fucking scrambling, and like he like fell off of it. Now he caught himself.
Here. Let's reenact it. It looks like this.
Yeah, and then sideways, and sideways, then. So you know for a fact the guy who tilted Gene's thing like this that made him stumble in
he's
front
fired.
of 20,000 people.
He didn't even make it
totally
through the
fired.
show. He was fired before the show was over.
Gene did never want to see his face again. Hey Dan,
harsh.
we play games on the show. If you listen, we play not games. We play a game, one single fucking game on the show.
Once
a
a game.
single.
Yeah.
And the name of the game, it's very, very unique. We've come up with the best title. It's called Say the First Thing That Comes to Your Mind. Great title, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
We've been told that we should change that name, but in solidarity, we've decided not to change that name.
That's right.
Yeah,
Well,
it's established, so you can't change it.
Yeah.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And with that being said, the goal is whatever comes to your mind first. Just as the title says, I know the name of the title of the game does throw curveballs on what we're going to do here at this game, but whatever comes to your mind first, go. No thinking about it. I'm going to go first, okay? And we're going to come in easy. We'll start easy. First concert in the photo pit, go.
Should actually, I think it would be on KB, on a local band called Skork that's no longer around.
All right, moving on.
All right, moving on. So, Dan, people fall on stage. People spit things on stage. People are idiots. I'm an idiot. What is the most memorable thing that you've seen happen on stage you didn't expect?
Well, right up there is actually your singer going on stage in underwear.
Okay. Yeah, he's.
That was Eldorado. He did the fucking.
That was
the American flag underwear.
Yeah, that's a curveball, so to speak.
Well, that straight up answered my follow-up question. Did you catch it on camera?
Hold on, stop. What does turbo mean?
Johnny.
No, because we were going to gloss over something that could be really juicy. He goes, it was very turbo. What does that mean? Is that a Rob Halford Turbo Judas Priest reference? Or is it just like turbo, like a lot of juice in the car?
Dan, I apologize for my former friend. He tries. He tries. He
we
doesn't.
All do.
Yeah, he doesn't.
We need to forgive him. We need to forgive him.
I forget. He never learned to read.
Please.
And
help.
Moving on.
All right. So, I want to get down and gritty here, Mr. Danny. Who's more fun to photograph, myself or Mr. Ryan Harris?
Holy crap! Yep.
Nobody ever said this was going to be easy.
No.
We're coming with the hard hitters.
Yeah. In all fairness, one is behind a lot of symbols. Hard to actually get a good photo of. But then again, we have Mr. Ryan, who actually has a suite of crazy faces from Rockstage, where he's so creepy, it's hilarious.
How about creepy face?
Creepy Harris. I'd love to see some of these pictures.
Yeah, I think we need to find it.
Okay.
I think it's actually in the book, actually. I think you're creeping up on Candace. From the side.
I think there's some kind of weird love affair going on there, Danny. Ryan and Candace. She might be married now, but I think she's having an affair with Harris in the background. That's what I think.
Well, I can assure you she thinks I'm hot.
Oh, God. After this last episode, she ain't going to be listening. Don't worry.
No. Well, so I will bail out on this one and say it's a tie.
It's a tie. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Dan. Last question is that with things kind of starting to get back to normal a little bit, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like they are, but like it seems like maybe some shows are going to be, or festivals are coming back next summer. Do you have any plans for shows coming up, or what's it look like for you right now?
Yeah, I've been to one show already, which is actually my second AAA show. And then there's one next week, and one more. That's the Hardcore Superstar show.
Perhaps, Ian will be there, I'm sure, right? I'd imagine.
Yeah. But most of the shows this year has been postponed to next year. So next year, spring, it's hectic. There's a lot of shows going on.
It's like all the reschedules, everything all coming back at once.
Yeah, exactly. Most of them has been postponed for 2 years or something like that. So,
well, you should see Ryan and I in August. Wonder Drive will be at Helgeia. We haven't gotten confirmation on whether or not it's a 100% happening yet. So when we do, we'll get to see you. Dan, I got to tell you, I'm very grateful that you came to join us today. You are definitely one of my favorite photographers. I won't speak for Ryan. I think Ryan might have you at number 7 of his favorite photographers. But you can always work yourself up to number 4 or 3 if you try hard enough. I'm just kidding, of course. We love you, man. But dude, thank you so much. For joining us today. And everybody, if you haven't checked out Dan's work, please go check him out on Instagram. There'll be links. His little handles right here on the corner of the screen. So make sure you go check it out if you're on the YouTubes. But Dan, thank you, man. We will see you in August, and we'll have some fucking drinks or something.
Dan, hope we made you feel comfortable. This was really fun. I appreciate you taking the time, and I look forward to seeing you again in real life.
Likewise. Thank you very much. So I hope you can edit out most of the stuff I've said.
I'll edit out all the butt stuff. I'm gonna, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you a deal. I'm gonna edit out all the butt stuff. I'm gonna leave. We like to talk about balls. I'm gonna leave any kind of ball reference in there, but I'm gonna edit out all the butt stuff.
Thank you so much for having me, and it's been an honor.
Fuck man, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
You're the best. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, Thank you for joining us again on another wonderful episode of the Whatever Buddy podcast. We will see you again next week, but in the meantime, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go on the YouTubes and look at our faces, and we will be back. So hang tight and make sure to catch up on all of the stuff you haven't heard yet. Until next time, Whatever Buddy Wednesday, we'll be back. We'll see you guys later.
See ya.